I'm in Istanbul's Kuzguncuk district, standing in front of Bath Synagogue. This is the Surp-Krikol Lutheran Armenian church, and right next door is the Kuzguncuk Mosque. This is a neighborhood where a synagogue, a church and a mosque stand side by side, living alongside each other just like people of different faiths do here in Istanbul. Istanbul has been a melting pot of religions, cultures and traditions for many centuries. I would rather see a Turkish turban in the midst of the city than the Latin mitre. This quote is believed to be from the Grand Duke of the Byzantine Empire, Lucas Notaras. He hadn't forgotten about the Fourth Crusade and the torture that the Catholics had inflicted upon Orthodox Christians back in the 13th century. The French philosopher Voltaire, in his Essay on Toleration, wrote, "The Sultan governs in peace 20 million people of different religions. The empire is full of Christians and Jews. The annals of Turkey do not record any revolt instigated by any of these religions." Now we are in Istanbul's Galata district, which is a multicultural area and has a great importance for the Jewish community in Turkey. They are still one of the biggest religious minorities in Turkey. The presence of the first Jews in Anatolia dates back even before the 1st century. And after Sephardic Jews were expelled from Spain in 1492, they found shelter in the Ottoman Empire, and today thousands of their descendants still live in Turkey. Mois Gabay is one of them. Born and raised in Istanbul, he is a 36-year-old professional tour guide.
There are around 16,000 Jews living in Turkey. 15,000 of the Jewish community is living in Istanbul. We have around 200 synagogues in Turkey. Part of the synagogues are active and some of them are inactive today. We are actually in the Jewish Museum of Turkey. The aim of the Jewish Museum is to preserve the Jewish culture in Turkey.
The Grand Synagogue of Edirne is one of the most recently restored synagogues. The restoration took 5 years to complete and it reopened for prayers in 2015. Speaking of restoration, we are now in Istanbul's Balat district and standing right in front of the Iron Church. This church, also known as Sveti Stefan, is known for being the world's only surviving church made completely of iron. The restoration took 7 years and the church was then reopened by Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan and the Bulgarian Prime Minister Boyko Borisov in 2018. Now this is a whole different and a new church being built from scratch. St. Ephraim Syriac Orthodox Church is coming to life in Istanbul's Yeşilköy district, home to a vibrant Syriac community. And it has a great importance because once it's finished, it's going to be the first church to be built in accordance with Turkish regulations in the history of the Turkish Republic.
Tahmin ediyorum bir sene içinde kendi kilisemiz İstanbul'da ikinci kilisemiz olmuş olacak. Orada ibadetimizi yapmış olacağız. Bu konuda Türkiye'de yaşayan Süryaniler olarak kendimizi şanslı addediyoruz. Bu ülkenin bölünmez bütünlüğü, bu ülkenin üniter yapısı her Türk vatandaşı gibi biz Süryani Türk vatandaşları için de çok önemli.
Around 25,000 Syriacs live in Turkey, almost 17,000 of whom are based in Istanbul. Other than Istanbul, Syriacs live mostly in the east of Turkey, in cities like Mardin, Gaziantep and Diyarbakır.
Ben 75'ten beri bir aile şirketinin yönetim kurulu başkanlığını yapıyorum. Benim bütün müşterilerimin hepsi Müslümandır. Hepsi kimliğimi biliyor. Hepsi nereden geldiğimi, Süryani olduğumu, Hristiyan olduğumu biliyor. Ve şimdiye kadar ya bu Hristiyandır, buna iş vermeyelim şeklinde kimseyle, hiçbir müşteriyle karşılaşmadım. Çok rahat bir ortamda ticaretimizi de, işimizi de yapıyoruz.
Meet Tess Tarzian. She is a 29-year-old Armenian born and raised in Istanbul. She is one of the 70,000 Armenians living in Turkey with Turkish citizenship.
In our holidays, like Christmas, Easter, in those days, one of my Muslim friends, every Muslim friends send me messages like happy holidays, like those things, and they send me gifts from in Easter and Christmas, and it feels very good for me because they can share my feelings and joys with me on that days.
The government pays attention to providing religious, cultural and educational facilities to Armenians. Schools and churches are regularly renovated.
But of course, not every Armenian in Turkey goes to an Armenian school.
My grandmother told me that Tess should go to an Armenian school for learning Armenian, and my father said no, we live in Turkey, in Istanbul, so she doesn't need to speak Armenian, so I can easily educate her about Armenian, but she has to go to a Turkish school.
One of the other significant parts of Turkey's cultural mosaic is the Levantine community. Levantines are Europeans, most of whom descend from Italian, French and British people who settled in the Ottoman Empire to trade. They are a small community with around 1,500 to 2,000 people living in Turkey.
Bir gayrimüslim olarak Türkiye'de şahsen hiçbir sorunla karşılaşmadım. Yani hiçbir en ufak bir eksi bir şey olmadı, hakikaten olmadı. Kimse bana ters bakmadı, yanlış yapmadı, gayet rahat yaşadım. Yani hiçbir kimse bana negatif yaklaşmadı hayatım boyunca. Tam tersi bu bir artı olmuştur. Şöyle ki ilginç geliyor birçok insana ve bir sohbet olayı çıkıyor ortaya.
They practice their religion in Catholic churches, of which there are 10 in Istanbul.
As a Muslim born and raised in Istanbul, growing up in this multi-layered cultural mosaic, I consider myself very lucky and happy to know that we'll be living side by side like this for years to come.